In this video, I want to talk to you about that fine line difference between knowing the seasons to say yes in your life and the seasons to say no in your life. I'm Connie Jo Holmes. I'm the founder of Be You to Be Full Hypnosis and Coaching. And my mission in my company is to teach individuals how to confidently and courageously move from reacting to life to owning your life. And to me, when you know that delicate dance and you know when to make that pivot between saying yes or no, that is a great way to learn how to own your life. Now, I know this topic very, very well because I'm going through it currently at this moment. I've gone through this many, many times in my life, but this one is really fresh right now, and I want to share it with you. And the reason why I want to is because those individuals that say yes all the time, there's probably many reasons behind that, and that might be a video for another time. But the reason why, or when people say yes all the time, on the surface, I mean, definitely there's benefits to that. But when it is time for you to start saying no, for whatever reason it is, you need to really listen to that. Because if you don't, you are going to suffer burnout. And in suffering that burnout, you really could get yourself sick. And who wants that? Because then when you're sick, you can't say yes to anybody or anything, including yourself. And that's no good. So this is to talk about the season for saying yes and the season for saying no. And then that's going to evolve again eventually anyway. We all rotate through this. So for me personally, it was 2.5 years ago that I moved to a new city and a new state. And when I did that, my business was my business that I own was my full-time business. So not only did I move me as a person to a new city and a new state, but I brought my business with me. And so it was really important for me to immediately establish roots in this community. One, for me as a person, because I want new friends up here, but also to establish my business. So my first 2.5 years up here, I have said yes to everything. I always joke that I never drank as much coffee as what I did my first, couple of years of living up here. But if somebody said, hey, you need to meet so-and-so, okay, I'm going to initiate it. I'm going to meet that person. If that person suggested, me to go do this, okay, I said yes to it because I looked at every single thing as a new opportunity for a friendship, a new opportunity to learn something new about my community, and a new opportunity for my business. And so it definitely helped me, because I joke and I say I've only been here 2.5 years, but it feels like I've been here for 25 years. So me saying yes has really, really paid dividends, and it's been beautiful. So let's pause and celebrate that because I don't think we pause enough. So that has been a really good thing. However, I am now quickly realizing that I am entering my season of starting to say no to many things. That does not mean that these opportunities or these people, that it doesn't mean anything about them or their worthiness or anything like that. It just means now I've entered that era in my life where those yeses need to be pointed towards me. And so that means I'm saying no to other people and opportunities so that I can go within and do the things that I need and I want and I get to do. So a couple of examples of that is, well, first of all, the reason why I just know the time is right. You instinctively are going to know the time is right too, because you're going to start to feel resentment is way too big of a word, but I'm going to say uneasiness, just kind of like, oh, really? I have to go do that? You're going to start to feel some of those things. You're also going to just, in hand with that, that's burnout. The reason you feel that way is like, oh, it's time for that again. So that's what that burnout feels like. And then you come home sometimes feeling more drained than you felt before you got there. So those are some indicators of, the first level of burnout. As burnout gets deeper and deeper, then that really turns into, are you getting sick a lot? Are you having some tummy issues? Are you catching a cold every other week? That type of thing. And when that starts to happen, I really want to pay attention because I'm like, okay, I don't want that sickness to get even more severe. So that's why listening to our burnout is very, very important. But anyways, so the reason why I'm entering the season of saying no is because my yeses gave me a gazillion opportunities, tons of learning opportunities, and many, many awarenesses, which are all absolutely beautiful things. So now with all of that I gained, now I want to go within and I want to start applying these things. And applying these things means that I need time for myself. I need time for my business. I need that time to focus and just hunker down and do what needs to be done. And I won't have the time to do that if I'm out doing X, Y, and Z all the time. And so I know when you hear that, it's like stating the obvious, right? But I'm sharing it nonetheless because many of us do this. We feel that even though we've been in a season of saying yes for so long, we feel like, oh, well, I've been saying yes, so how do I dare say no now? Well, you say no now because how I like to view it is, and I'm talking about my business right now, but you can use whatever you need to. But for me, I am like my past, my current, and my future clients are not going to benefit from me and the work I can help them with if I don't take all of these beautiful learnings that I got from all of my season of saying yes. If I don't take the time to apply those, put them into me, into my business, well, then in that season of saying no, I'm doing that. So then now I can even better serve my community. So that is what that little pivot point is about. That's what that transition is about. So this video is here just to tell you a few things. Some things to look for in early burnout. And those are when you're starting to feel like maybe a light resentment, like I have to go to that again, and you just feel drained and not energetic and excited about going. That's an example of a first level burnout. Pay attention to that. That's speaking to you. So that could be the first indication that maybe my yeses are starting to need to be no. The second thing this video is to let you know is that it is okay to say no. It is not selfish at all. When you say no, you're giving somebody else the opportunity to say yes. And then another reason why saying no is not selfish is because with this example I gave for my business, I've learned and I've met so many people and all these beautiful things. So now I need time, and I don't have time if I continue to say yes to everything. I need the time to apply it so that I can serve my community even better. And so when you look at it like that, that is actually the furthest thing in the world from being selfish. It's actually quite selfless. So hopefully that is a way to help these people pleasers that might be listening to this to help you transition from saying yes all the time to saying no. And just like everything in life, everything is cyclical, every single thing. So there's going to be a time when you've hunkered down long enough and you've put all this time and attention back into you. And then it's like, okay, now I'm ready to say yes again. And then those opportunities are going to be there. So I would really appreciate if this is poking any buttons with anybody, if you've gone through a season of transitioning from yes to no or vice versa, please put it in the comments because things that you share can actually help the other people watching this video as well. And if you do need support in this area, I am a life coach who is also specially trained in health coaching, as well as hypnosis, as well as NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. So if I can help you in any way in this regard, and I'm fresh off of doing this myself as well, so it's very radar clear for me right now in addition to everything, please reach out to me. You can learn how to work with me in the description box below. All right, thank you so much, and I wish you luck paying attention to where you are and then making that transition when you know the time is right for you. All right, thank you so much. Bye-bye.